Good evening, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. We got another reaction to you today. 8 most disturbing things caught on dashcam footage. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and see what got caught on some dashcam footage. Hope you guys enjoy.
This first dashcam video was captured in Australia. Two men in a Mercedes are driving down the highway when, through their rear dashcam, a car is seen quickly approaching. It then swerves around the two guys before getting in front of them and slamming on the brakes, clearly trying to run them off the road. But what first could be written off as road rage soon takes a more serious and disturbing turn.
Bro's got a
hand. The driver has an axe and is
it's an
axe
axe
out his window and threatening them.
What the?
Axe, dude. Like, what are you doing? Oh, keep distance, bro.
Nah, bro, don't you dare stop.
The sudden and unexpected encounter forces the two men to take a quick U-turn to lose the guy, but he continues to follow them. The situation is then taken even further when the two use the next exit and approach a roundabout.
Oh, I'm so glad he does not just like. Oh, there it comes.
Keep driving. Holy. Bang, cool cops. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, keep going. Just keep. Oh my god.
Two times the Mercedes is rear-ended, the second of which causes the attacker to spin out, sending him off the road. This allowed the two guys to get away. They would then drive to the nearest police station, where they would report what had just happened. When police arrived to the scene of the crash, the car was gone. However, a few hours later, they would find the vehicle on the road, and from there the driver was arrested. Later, the owner of the dashcam footage would give the video more context. Apparently, the driver chasing them, for whatever reason, was 100% convinced they had robbed his house the night before. But obviously this wasn't the case. The two guys had never before even seen the man. It was determined that he was under the influence of something. He would be charged with multiple offenses, which put him in prison for 2 years.
Yeah, something is going on with that man. That is absolutely insane. I wouldn't even know how to react if that happened to me. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do. That would be absolutely insane.
Justin Bilton and his 70-year-old father were camping at Glacier National Park.
That would be absolutely insane.
They had only been in the park for 3 hours when they were informed of an immediate evacuation of the area. A forest fire ignited by lightning the previous night had gotten too far out of control. However, by the time they got the evacuation notice, unknown to them, the only road out of the park had already been engulfed by the fire.
Oh no.
God, this is insane.
Oh, wow.
We don't want you trapped in here. Easy. All right, we're good. Slow down. There's a big rut here. Just slow down. We're out of that fire. We're not out of that, Dad. We're not out. We're good, though. What? Easy. Can't see. Just go easy now. Easy.
Dad, the car is heating up. It's gonna explode. Dad, what if a tree falls on us? Please, God, help us.
You're doing good.
Oh my God.
Dad, we can't get out. I'm getting out. You can't drive back. We get that out of the road. We get gloves.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Oh no.
Dad, we gotta get out of here.
Back it up.
A fallen tree is seen directly in the middle of the road, trapping them inside the park. They had nowhere to go but back, so they ended up reversing through everything they had just went through. When they reached their campsite, they abandoned their car and desperately started running towards a nearby lake. By some miracle, there they would find 2 park employees in a boat on the shore of the lake. Justin and his father were rescued and taken to safety, leaving everything but this horrifying footage behind.
You could hear it
This
in
dashcam
his
footage shows the armed
voice.
robbery of a cab driver. The
That
driver,
that is
Ralph Valletta, had just started
insane.
his shift. This was his first ride of the day. He was stopped at a light, and the rider can be seen in the back slouched down. But abruptly, he sits up and demands Ralph give him everything he has.
Alright, hey.
Give me all your money, man.
Man, I don't. I
Give me
just
all,
started.
everything you got. Give me it
All right,
now.
all right, all
I
right.
need it now.
All right,
We
I'll
can
give
make
you
this the easy way, or we can make this the
I'll
hard way,
give you everything
man.
I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What,
I
what
just
else? What
started.
else you got?
I just
Let me
started.
see your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have anything
Listen,
in my
we
wallet.
can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your wallet and let me see your form. I need it all right now. If you don't want to die, man.
Okay. Okay.
Give it all to me now.
Okay. Okay.
Unbeknownst to the rider, a police cruiser was stopped at the same light directly behind them. At some point during the robbery, the light to the lane they were in had turned green, and seeing that they weren't moving, the officer put on his lights and got out to investigate.
Don't have anything in my wallet. I don't
Give me
carry
your
it.
wallet and your phone. I need your wallet.
No, please don't give me my phone. I need that for my. There's a cop behind us. There's a cop behind us.
Oh my goodness.
Lifesaver! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Almost immediately, the officer would realize that a robbery was taking place, so in response, he would order the rider out of the car, where he would then be detained. The rider was arrested and later charged with multiple offenses. In April of 2021, a
That's the
man named
scarier
Q
thing.
was driving on the highway back.
Hold on. That's the scarier thing about being like a cab driver. Cab driver, you'll just like pick anybody up. Whereas like Uber and everything, somebody has to set up an account. And so like it's quite a bit safer. But that is still, that's insane. And that dude is really, really not the brightest person in the world. Like, you didn't look behind you before you started this. Like, bro wasn't paying attention at all to his surroundings. I mean, get it together, my guy. But hey, glad that cop was there. He really saved the day. Like, that is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
From work, he saw this. A child that looks to be wearing a large jacket, or that's possibly wrapped in a blanket, begins walking out in the middle of the
Whoa,
highway,
what is that?
just barely missing Mitch's truck. Mitch was towing a trailer, and felt that if he abruptly stopped, it would cause an accident. So instead, he opted to call the police, reporting an unattended child walking on the highway. Police assured Mitch that they'd send out patrol units immediately. An hour later, Mitch called again for a follow-up.
That
as well as
can't
to
be
offer the footage he had caught on his dash cam. But he was told that it wouldn't be necessary, as the child had been collected safely and was on its way home. However, strangely, police would later state that no child was found, despite officers searching the area until 3:45 a.m. Additionally,
It had to have
they
been
would
an
claim
animal.
that at no point did they tell Mitch that they had found the child. The next morning, multiple volunteers commenced the search of the area, but no child was ever found, and therefore the search eventually ended. At the time the footage was captured, there were no reports of a missing child in the area.
Nah, it's gotta be an
remains
animal,
unknown who
dude.
exactly was captured in this video.
Some kind of animal walking on its hind legs.
I've been getting paid
It's
$1,000 a month.
definitely
if not-
100% some kind of animal walking on its hind legs. Like, that's the only thing it could be. Is some kind of animal walking on its. It looked like a child. No. It was 100% had to have been an animal walking on its hind legs.
From the streets of
100%.
Taiwan. Right away, it's clear the video takes place in the midst of a storm. A storm where the winds are strong enough to throw around debris. At one point, debris is even seen flying against the windshield. But little did the drivers know that an actual tornado was forming right behind them and quickly heading in their direction.
Whoa! No! Oh my!
The dashcam footage captures the exact moment the tornado went directly through them. It was even strong enough to lift vehicles off the ground, which can actually be seen with the white van that pulls out onto the road. The wheels of the vehicle leave the ground, and it begins to get full-on dragged by the tornado, seemingly disappearing. But once the tornado passes, it can be seen much further down the road, wedged in between two trees. More concerning, however, is the person that gets thrown by the tornado on the right side of the road. Unfortunately, this woman would suffer major injuries and would be taken to the hospital. The storm would go on to produce further damage in the form of 50 inches of rain that would cause multiple deadly landslides.
Oh my.
This video was taken in Russia. It shows the dashcam footage of a man driving down a desolate and long stretch of dirt road.
I think she was paralyzed.
And up ahead is a car parked in such a way so as to block traffic.
He's
Two
got a
men
bat.
with baseball bats begin walking up to the driver, and that's when it becomes clear that this is a robbery, and the parked car was an intentional makeshift roadblock. The driver tries to escape, but the two men get in the way and do their best to prevent it.
Oh, bro, you gotta get out of there. You just gotta floor it at that point.
Fortunately, the driver had a window of opportunity and took advantage. He slammed on the gas and was able to get away unscathed. He then drove around the roadblock and was free. It's unknown if the two men with baseball bats
Immediately at this point, I would have accelerated to the left. As soon as I see that man in the distance with the baseball bat, I'm going around.
Catastrophic bushfire broke out in
I'm not playing no games with that. Like,
This dashcam
I'm out.
footage was captured by one of the fire trucks responding to the incident. Right from the start of the video, enormous smoke clouds are shown, depicting just how large the fire had gotten. As the trucks continue forward, visibility gradually worsens. It gets so bad to where the fire trucks are forced to stop. Then, in the distance, the fire itself can be seen, spreading towards them unnervingly fast.
Here it comes, the hitch coming. Nick, slow down.
It's
We're going to go in a burn over very, very quickly now. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Burn over, Scotty, burn over. Burn over, Scotty.
A miscommunication between the two trucks resulted in a collision. The truck in the front was attempting to back up out of the fire, while the truck with the dashcam was entering what's known as a burnover. A burnover is a fire truck protection protocol where the truck stays in place and the crew deploys Velcro blankets to protect themselves from the heat. Water is sprayed outside of the vehicle to keep it from catching on fire, and in the inside, breathing masks are used by the crew. During this protocol, however, the crew from the truck in the front can be heard desperately explaining how they didn't have water for a burnover, or rather their truck's sprinkler system wasn't working properly.
oh wow.
They couldn't stay in place and were forced to drive forward in the hopes of escaping the fire, which you can actually see in the video as the truck fades into the distance. Fortunately, this move would end up saving their lives. They would make it to the other side of the fire, and everyone inside the truck, as well as the one with the dash cam, would make it out with minimal injuries.
Yeah, see, like,
This footage was captured
I
way
feel
back in
like
2012.
that should be
takes
something
place
that's
near an airport in
regularly
Moscow, Russia.
checked
The
with the
airport
fire
is right next to a
department.
highway, and on December 29th, this dashcam footage would capture the disturbing moments a plane missed the runway and crash landed just on the right side of the highway.
Whoa.
It turns out the plane had mistakenly overshot the runway because of bad weather conditions, so when it landed it didn't have enough room to brake. This left it no choice but to go directly into the highway, causing plane seats and other debris to shoot towards passing vehicles, all of which can be clearly seen in the footage. At the time of the crash, the plane was only carrying crew members. No passengers were on board. But unfortunately, 5 of the 8 total crew members would lose their lives.
Oh.
The driver of the vehicle with the dash cam would make it out unharmed.
That was absolutely insane. That was a really, really good video. That last one will mess you up a little bit. Whew. Whew. That's unfortunate. I wasn't ready for that. I really wasn't. I'll be honest. I was not ready for that. It's okay though. It's okay. Yeah. That's all for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to join the Discord, submit a video. Love to have you as a part of the community. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace.